Hello friends, today I am going to show you how to create Excel files dynamically based on the data sets. For example, I have a report like this, and this report contains several country codes. For example, if you query this one, we have 6 codes, right? For each code I need to generate an Excel report and save that Excel file using the country code like us.xls, ca.xls, like that. So to do that, we instead of using third-party tools, as you know, third-party tools are easier to do the trick. We are going to do a simple technique to do the same thing in SSIS. So for that, I am preparing two result sets. One which gives you the country codes from the query. If you have a new country code report exists in this report, then automatically it will give you 7 one entry for new thing, and the for each loop in the SSIS it rates for each country level. So to get the report for country level, we need to provide a parameter here. So the report stuff should should be looking like this. If you see here, d dot country region code equals to US, for example, I will get the report of US data, and our aim is to copy this report into an Excel and save that report Excel file as us.xls. So let's start working on that. So I'm going to SSIS. So first step has to get all the country codes. So how many country codes we have? Total 6 here. So these list of country codes we need to store in an object form and iterate this country code each time and generate an Excel file using data flow task. So for that I'm copying this query and I'm using SQL task. So I'm selecting adventure works and I'm pasting my query. Now this query will give you the result set of multiple rows with one column, right? If you have more than one row, then you can use full result set as the result set value. Now there is no parameter for the query and the result set should be like this. So to store all these values, I am using a variable here. I am creating a variable and I am just naming it as result, and this variable type is an object. The object type can hold any type of variable, that means any type of data type. So let's see it executes well or not. Yeah. Oh, it says something. So the result set should be one column, so I am putting 0. Now execute. Yeah, this time the result of this query will be saved under an object variable. Now to iterate one by one from the result set, I am using for each loop. So let's configure this one. So this time it is not a file enumerator, we are going to iterate the object. So for each ADV enumerator is enough for this. This ADV enumerator expects an object type variable, so I am selecting this one. Rows in the first table is fine, and it gives the each value for each iteration. Sorry, each value for each iteration. Like first time it gives T and second time GB, like that. So to store that value we need another variable here. So I am creating one more variable here. called as country, and this variable is string type and index is 0. Now let's come to the part, it is a data flow task. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm dumping the data into an Excel file. So my source is AdventureWorks. I'm taking this as query. Let's go one by one. So this will give the entire result set, total 1400 records. And I'm taking an Excel destination to store the data. So take a new connection and it asks for the path. So I'm setting the path in E drive SSIS demo. So I'm just making the file name as test, and it asks for the sheet name. So click on new, it creates the sheet name, it creates the structure of the sheet name, and I'm placing the sheet name as data. Now what is going to happen is it creates an Excel file with the name test and create a sheet with the name data. So select that sheet data. Now go into mappings, everything looks good. What is this? Oh, account number. Convert that account number from non-Unicode to Unicode. You know that Excel always hold Unicode characters. We need to explicitly convert that account number from non-Unicode to Unicode. We have data conversion component. So I'm taking this is account number, currently it is non-Unicode, I'm making it as Unicode string. Now map that one, account number with copy of account number. Okay, now if you execute this one, the first component gives result set, and this for each loop will iterate 6 times, but it is going to store the data in same file because I'm not going to configure it. See the result, 1 2 3, see 6 times it iterates the same data into the one file like test. If you see this one, we have a lot of data. If you observe, we have 1480 records, but in test 1480 into 6, that would be the result. 6 times it opens same file and write the data. I hope you got the concept till now. Now please understand carefully. Now what I'm going to do is, this time I need to create 6 country codes with 6 Excel files. Each iteration it should create an Excel file. That is my aim. So for that, what I'm going to do is, I need to create an Excel, right? But currently we have only one Excel. So as you know, when we change this connection manager dynamically, it won't work. So the trick for this is, I'm going to create a variable, I'm going to create a folder here called as a template. Okay, in this template I'm going to save an Excel file with no data. Let's see how it looks like. So I am taking the copy of this one, and the sheet name is data. The structure should be same, that is the key here. I am taking a new Excel, pasting the schema and also the structure with the data. Now I am going to save this Excel file into the newly created folder called template with the name test only. So I am saving it as 97 Excel book. You can save 2007 as well. Oh, it says you should not save like this with the same name. So I'm closing that one, going to Ssis demo template test Excel workbook. Now I'm closing this one. If you see here, test will be here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to simulate this test file on actual package I am putting here. Now this connection manager thought this is the Excel file we have in Ssis demo. So for 6 times, if I do the same trick, like I'm copying this file from here and paste over here and change the name. This time this name is here. Now test will be gone. Now again what I am doing is I am copying the file from here and paste here. Then I will change the name as another state. Got it? To do this, what we need is I need to use one more component called file system component. So let's take this one, file system task, and this task expects 2 parameters. One is source template file name and another one is the copying location. So I am providing that one based on variables. So I am taking a template source template src as a variable, and I am taking the path from here. This is fixed for us, right? Template slash test.xls, and destination, and for destination what I am going to do is, here is the destination Ssis demo. So I'm taking the file path first. The path is Ssis demo, and again the file name. The file name is nothing but the country name, right? So the file path is Ssis demo. Let's delete this one. Now we will configure this file system task. I have a source variable. My source is from template, and do the operation copy file, and my destination is also a variable. Destination location should be this one, right? Should be file path. Let's see what is happening there. If we execute this one, the file is already exists because test is already exist. So sometimes even the file is exists, I want to overwrite that file. So let's run this one. Now it executes well. So this task is to copy the file from template folder to destination location, and now the next step is change that file name. For example, this for each loop will iterate 6 times. If you have 6 times test, there is no use, right? We need to change for each iteration. For that purpose also I am taking another file system task component, and if you observe, this is for copy the file, and this is for change the name, rename, And for renaming we have to use the path, complete path of the destination. Currently you have file path, but it is always recommended to use this one, like file path plus test.xls. This is the file. Oh, need to set it as string. Test.xls. This is the source file, rename file. So for what value we need to rename? It should be, if it iterates with a country code like CA, the file name should be essdemo.ca.xls, right? For that, rename file name, this is let's change the variable names. Destination file name, and this file name I am putting an expression like file path plus country code with extension. You can specify as required variables, as many as variables, but currently I am just hard coding this extension things. See, so the final result will be like destination file name, and we need to rename the file called this rename file. So is source path variable? Yes, this is nothing but rename file. What file path we need to rename? And for destination we have to use destination file name, and this time the task is not copy, it's a rename file. That's it. Now let's check what is going to happen here. See here, it is creating files. See, it creates the files, but each file has complete data, I think, because we are not filtering the data yet. So it has complete data set like 1400 records, 1480. So we need to filter based on country code, right? Now I am deleting. So if you want to delete the complete thing, you need to do one thing. First of all, you have to disable this enable the property called delay validation for data flow task. Go to properties, you have a property called delay validation, true. Now the thing is, we need to pass as a parameter, right, for each time as a country. So already country is going in a variable called country. Now I am using a parameter called country here, d dot country code, right? D dot country region code is equals to the parameter. What is the parameter? You need to configure here. The variable is nothing but country parameter. Check country here, user country, and I'm using parameter name first parameter, so it says simply 0. Now don't worry about this one, it validates the metadata. Now I am going to execute. See here, now the data is changing. If you can observe clearly based on the sizes. US has more records, AU has less records like 52. If I open Australia, see here, you have only Australia data in Excel. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Thank you so much. Please subscribe.